Hello guys, in this session I'm going to discuss what is inheritance in Java. So inheritance is one of the important feature of object-oriented programming. So you can find this feature in C++, Java, C Sharp, etc. programming languages. So whatever programming languages are there, object-oriented programming languages are there, you can find this inheritance concept compulsory in those programming languages. So it is one of the important feature of object-oriented programming. So what is inheritance? So inheritance provides easier relationship to the user. Okay, so in this figure I have shown you, see this child is a it is a son of, okay, so this child is a son of this lion, getting, so there is a relationship. Okay, for example, a class is a child of parent B, getting, so there is a relationship, getting. If there is association in programming language, then there is a has a relationship. So if there is inheritance, then there is a relationship. So inheritance is also called as a relationship. Okay, now what is mean by inheritance? So in by using inheritance, one class can acquire the property of another class. Now these properties may be, it may be variable, it may be this one method, or it may be any block, getting. So these are the properties of class. So by using inheritance concept, one class can acquire these properties of another class, getting. So there are two type of classes in inheritance. First one is superclass and second one is subclass. So superclass is nothing but who has the properties, and the another class, that is called subclass. So here subclass is can acquire the properties of superclass, getting. So superclass is a class whose properties will be acquired by another class, whereas subclass is a class who is going to acquire the properties of another class, getting. So there are two types of classes, superclass and subclass. They are also called as base class and derived class, and they are also called as parent class and child class. So you should remember what is parent class and what is child class. What is parent class? So parent class is a nothing but it is a class whose properties will be acquired by another class, and child class is a class who is going to acquire the properties of another class. Okay, now which are the advantages of inheritance? So there are two main advantages of inheritance. We can reduce the code, or we can reduce the code, getting. So that is also called as code reusability. That means suppose there are two classes, parent class and child class, and if there is inheritance, so suppose parent class has some method, it is already defined, and I want the same method in child class. So instead of using that method again in child class, what I can do, I can simply reuse that method which is there in parent class. So by using inheritance we can get that. So we can reduce the code, okay, by using the code reusability. So we can reuse that method in child class, getting. We can define we can reuse that method without redefining that method in child class. That is nothing but code reusability. And second advantage we are getting, we can achieve method overriding by using inheritance concept. So in next lecture we'll see what is mean by method overriding, getting. So method overriding is used to achieve the runtime polymorphism. So by using inheritance you should able to achieve that method overriding, getting. So these are the two advantages of inheritance. And to get the inheritance concept or inheritance implementation, you should use extends keyword, getting. So in C++ we have colon operator, so here we have extends keyword to achieve the inheritance concept or implementation of inheritance, getting. So let us see what is the syntax of inheritance. So see, if I consider two classes like this, suppose I have parent class. So consider this is a parent class and which has one method, that is show parent. Suppose simply I am printing here showing parent. So I can have the inheritance like this: class child extends parent class. So here, see, this parent is super class, or it is also called as base class, or it is also called as parent class, which has property that is show parent. Show parent is a method of this parent class, and its implementation is simply we have printed showing parent. Getting? And in this program, child class, this class is acting as a subclass or a derived class who is acquiring the property of this parent class, getting by using extends keyword. So see, this property show parent property will be acquired by child class, getting. So child class will not redefine or reuse this method inside this child class. It can automatically use this show parent method because of this extends keyword. So child class is acquiring the property of parent class by using extends keyword. Okay, so this is the syntax of inheritance. So you should use extends keyword. Okay, now which are the types of inheritance? So see, there are three types of inheritance: single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. So in Java we don't have multiple inheritance. Getting? So multiple inheritance is not possible in Java using class. So there is a special concept called interface. By using interface we can have the multiple inheritance concept. So using class, multiple inheritance is not possible. As we don't have multiple inheritance, so hybrid inheritance is also not possible, because hybrid inheritance is combination of single, multi-level, hierarchical, and multiple inheritance. As multiple inheritance we can't implement, so hybrid inheritance is also not possible in Java. So what is meant by single inheritance? In single inheritance we have two classes only, parent class and child class. So you can see this figure. See here, class A is parent class and class B is child class. So parent class B, that is child class, which is acquiring the properties of class A. Getting? So only two classes will be there in single inheritance. Next inheritance is multi-level inheritance. Here more than two classes will be there. Okay, so see how these classes should be written. Suppose class A is there, class A is parent class and class B is it's a child class. Getting? So this is what single inheritance. But here class B will in turn will act as a parent for class C. So class C will be child for class B. So this type of multi-level fashion will be there. So there will be more than two classes. You can also have class D here. So class D will act as a child for class C. So class C will be parent in that case. So here you can call it as a class A is grandfather, class B is parent, and class C is child class. So this type of fashion will be there. This type of multi-level fashion will be there. Okay, so there can be more than two classes in multi-level inheritance. Third one is hierarchical inheritance. Here see, this is like tree structure. So class A will act as a parent and it will have two children, that is class B and class C. So class B and class C can acquire the properties of class A. Getting? So class A have suppose one method, so that can be reusable or that can be reused in both these classes, class B and class C. So that is possible. That is hierarchical inheritance. Okay, so you can have these three type of inheritance in Java. So in next session we'll have the implementation of these three inheritance. Thank you. If you like my video, then please like, share and subscribe to my channel Programming in My Way. Thank you.